Right, we're taking a look at some substitution strategies for systems of equations. So we have a substitution method. What is usually very helpful in substitution method is when the variable is by itself. Doesn't matter whether it's x or it's y or whatever the variable may be. But in this case, we do have y all by itself in both of our equations. So what we would do is take whatever it's equal to and substitute it into the other equation, which would then allow us to only have one variable being used. So if I take a look at this first one, we see that this 2x is what y is representing. So we're going to take this second equation and we're going to take the y that's in the second equation and just replace it with the 2x there. So I'm going to rewrite the equation as 2x now. And again, replacing this y value right here with a 2x. And then we're going to set it equal to what it already is equal to, which is x plus 12. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and get x by itself by moving things around. And the first thing I would do is get the x to the left-hand side. So we're going to subtract the x that's there and subtract it on both sides. Now that is going to cancel those out. That will be completely zeroed out, leaving me just with the 12 on this side. And then over here, we're going to have 2x minus 1x, which is just x. So now I know what our x value is, which is just 12. And now I have that, I can go back into either of the original two equations and solve it to get y. So it doesn't matter which one we want to do, I'll just use the first one there. We've got y, which would be equal to 2 times x, and we just said that x was equal to 12. So I'm going to times that 2 that we already had in here, and I'm going to change the x to 12 because that's what we said it is. And we're going to go ahead and solve it. 2 times 12 is 24. And then what we do, last step, after we figure out what y is, we figure out what x is, we go back in and just double check to make sure that it does work in both of my equations. So if 24 is what my y value is and x is 12, obviously 2 times 12, we just did it, gives me 24, which is what we solved for the first equation. And if I plug in x here in the second equation, x, which would be 12 plus 12, is equal to y, which is 24. So they both work out and they both make sure that they are true. So when we write our answer, we write our x coordinate in the set of parentheses, 12, comma, our y value, 24 in this case, and our finalized answer is 12 and 24. If you'd like more questions like this, you can find them on my YouTube channel, You Want Algebra. Check them out in my newly created playlist to make things a lot easier for you in the Systems of Equations Substitution Method folder.